Hello everybody, it's Dio from Firm But Fair Gaming, bringing you another video.
Hello everybody, welcome to another video here for Diablo 3 Season 28. Today we're taking a look at the Witch Doctor and the Spirit of Arachyr set. So for those that are unfamiliar with the set, the two-piece bonus is that we get to summon this permanent Spider Queen that is connected to us via web. So as you can see, she just follows us around and she will go wherever we throw our corpse spiders. So the corpse speed is commanded to move where we throw our spiders and now spawns with health. Our four pieces, the Spider Queen now leaves behind webs, as you can see there, that last on the ground for 15 seconds. This slows enemies, and infested enemies remain infested while on the web, and we take 75% reduced damage while in the web. And for 4 seconds after leaving the web, and the six pieces, the damage of our creature skills is increased by 25,000%, and those are corpse spiders, plague of toads, firebots, locust swarm, hex, and piranhas. But for us, the main thing is going to be from our corpse spiders that we're throwing.
Enjoying all the videos and content we produce, don't forget to click on that subscribe button, click on that like button, and don't be afraid to share. Don't forget to click on the notification button, customize it however you want, but that way you're notified whenever we publish another video.
All right, let's take a look at excuse me, the other items that we need for this build. Just going to throw up some gameplay of a 110 that we did using the build, so you can have something more exciting than just listening to me talk for a little bit. So we are using the Ring of Royal Grandeur, which lets us get away with having only 5 pieces of the set. So we are using the shoulders, the chest, the gloves, the pants, and the boots, which is allowing us to use the Mask of Jerem for a helm, which gives our pets up to 200% increased damage. We're using Lakumba's ornament as our bracers, so reduce all damage taken by 60% if Stole Harvest stacks is at least between 1 and 3, depending on what you get. And each additional stack gives us 2% as well. And we are using Brood of Arane. I probably mispronounced that, I apologize. So this belt does corpse spiders deal up to 100% more damage, and each spider bite causes the target to take an additional 1% damage from corpse spiders for 5 seconds. And we're using the Spider Queen's Grasp for our weapons, so corpse spiders deal an additional to 800% more damage, and it releases a web on impact that slows. And then we also are using Shurikananis. Oh my god, I probably butchered that. Okay, we're using the Triumph offhand, where after the initial duration of Spirit Walk ends, we can still remain in the spirit world until we attack 3 times, or we come within 20 yards of an elite, and then attacks while in the spirit realm deal up to 100% more damage. For our jewelry, we are using Squirt's Necklace, so while not taking damage, damage delta is increased by up to 100%. Damage taken is up to 50. So this is the stack down here. So each stack represents 10%. And then we are also using Convention of Elements, so we gain up to 200% increased damage to a single element. So that's what's rotating through here. So during our burst window, we want to come out of the spirit world using our 3 attacks during our. And then our Ring of Emptiness is our last ring here. So us and our non-fetish pets deal up to 300% increased damage to enemies affected by either Haunt or Locust Swarm. For our legendary gems, we are rocking Bane of the Trap, so increased damage against enemies under the effects of control and parent effects by X%. And then at rank 25, we gain an aura that reduces the movement speed of enemies within 15 yards by 30%, thus proccing our Bane of the Trap damage. We're using Bane of the Stricken, so each attack we make against an enemy increases the damage it takes from our attacks by X%, and that stacks. And at rank 25, we deal 25% increased damage against bosses and Rift Guardians. And then we are also using Sorcerer, so it increases the damage of our pets by X%, and our pets take 90% less damage. Not that it matters, because our pets don't have health bars in this build. Just going to move the video over here because we're going to go check out the cube. So the cube, I'm using Sacred Harvesters so that our soul harvest now stacks up to 10 times for some survivability. Our armor, I'm using Tasker and Theo, so it increases the attack speed of our pets, so our spiders attack more. And then, as mentioned previously, using the Ring of Royal Grandeur to reduce the number of set pieces we need by 1, which is allowing us to wear the Mask of Jera. So alternatively, you could be wearing Tasker and Theo and then have the Mask of Jerem cubed, because we can swap between those pieces. So that is one option. If you get like a really good ancient Tasker, you could swap that in there. Or if you get an ancient Mask of Jerem, then you can keep that. So a little bit of flexibility there. For our skills, just moving this down again. So for our skills, we are using corpse spiders with Widowmakers. So we're going to throw a jar of spiders, and that deals 700% weapon damage as physical. We have piranhas with Pyronado, so that is just going to be a group up mechanic. Get a big group, throw a Pyronado in the middle, it's going to group them up for us. I am using Locust Swarm with Pestilence, so this puts the dot on them and it spreads, which is going to proc our Ring of Emptiness for the 300% damage. And using Spirit Walk with Severance, so this is going to give us 2 seconds of invulnerability, assuming we're still attacking, but with our offhand, it's kind of indefinite until we attack 3 times or run into an elite pack. And we have Soul Harvest with Languish. So whenever we use this, we can get up to 10 stacks with the Sacred Harvester in the cube. That's going to give us armor and survivability. And then I've went with Big Bad Voodoo with Slam Dance for some extra damage. But you could easily go into, I was going to say, into Ghost Trance, which is going to, if we stand on top of our dude, it's going to give us 20% extra damage mitigation as well. And then for the passives, I've went with Swampland Attunement for some extra survivability, Pierce the Veil and Confidence Ritual for additional damage, and then Spear Vessel for an extra life because we are a little bit squishy in this build without our augments and Paragon. For a rotation, it's going to be pretty simple. We're going to want to get our Soul Harvest up as quickly as possible. Of course, using your potion is going to be at your own discretion. And then we're going to want to group them all up, get a nice group, do a Pyronado, put Locust Swarm on them before we start throwing our corpse spiders, and then just making sure that we're standing on the webs so we take that 75% less damage, which will definitely help us survive longer. So this brings us to the end of the video. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know below. I'll do my best to answer them. As always, we appreciate any likes, shares, and subscribe, so please click those buttons. And of course, you can come find me on Twitch. I stream almost daily. So come hang out. It's a lot of fun. I do lots of stuff with viewers and just love grouping up and talking D3. So this brings us to the end. So until next time, I hope you're enjoying Diablo 3 Season 28, and we'll see you in the next video.